Good morning, brothers and sisters. Doug White down here in Alabama. And had my coffee again. God's peace and love to you this morning. Well, let's see. I was busy yesterday, cut grass and did some work around the house. And that shower I built out there, and all I had to pay for was the pan that it was in, and I got an extra big drain pan, and put it over in the corner of the shower. Pull the pipes through the wall, and the pipes were nothing but PVC pipe and little stuff that I had around. And the little shower head is you remember those little wands you water flower with at Walmart? That's what that is. I unscrewed that, put that on the end of the PVC connection. But anyway, it was less than $200, the whole thing. And I took the vinyl flooring. You have vinyl flooring that you put on the. I had some on the bathroom floor. It's been there 20 years. I figured, well, if it gets wet on top of it, maybe it'll be all right. If you don't punch any holes in it to go around the walls of the shower. And so I hung that up, but I was careful not to put any holes in it. I let it hang from the top and let it hang down, because if you try to glue it or something like that, I was afraid it would. So I hung it from the top. And the only thing that's holding it is staples all the way across the top, and then you have your little pieces of wood or in the corners, and wrapped it around that pole. So it might last several years, but it's really vinyl flooring. And of course, it's been a nice little shower. We love it. And we got the drain pan in one of these. Well, you can get them for $150, I'm sure. The drain pan, that's the only cost I had, because I had all the little connections. But anyway, just want to tell you about that. I'm kind of a jack of all trades and master of none. But anyway, peace and love to everybody down here in Alabama. Today I had a few minutes. I thought I'd talk about this kind of goes in with what we were talking about last night. I put it out there last night. And that is, they know not what they do. Does God have any people that knows not what they do? They know not what they do. Of course, Jesus prayed, when he was on Calvary. He said, Father, forgive them, they know not what they do. So I believe that God has people out there that know not what they do. Know not what they do. And that's why I say that God has this great multitude. He never told the Roman centurion, don't go back and do your soldiering anymore. He said he hadn't seen the greater faith in all of the whole land. But anyway, so I'm saying that God has people that for whatever reason they don't know what they're doing, but still they're his people just the same. I've been helped in my life by all types of religious orders. I've been helped by them. One time we had a real terrible medical need, and people from all different types of religious orders helped us. You say, brothers and sisters, out of love, Of course, they didn't have anything. They didn't have their. They didn't have their. See, God takes people where they're at, For whatever reason, God led me down this road of all different types of people, and he's helped me out with drunks on the side of the road. But what I'm saying is, why did he do that? I believe it's because he has people in all these different situations in life, whatever their situation is in life. And that's why I say he's got people of every kindred and every tongue. And people tend to bunch people into groups, well, these Muslims over here, these, what do they call them? These different types of, all different types of religious beliefs in the world. And they tend to think that God doesn't have any people within. Oh, that's that kind of belief too. It rolled off the top. Yeah, people that believe that. It was right on cue. People that believe in that. God's got people in all these situations, brothers and sisters, and they know not what to do. And we can't unscramble eggs and make them believe everything that's right. Of course, probably right this moment, I got some things that I don't know about yet that it might have some. I'm fallible, so I might have some wrong beliefs in myself. So that's what I was saying this morning. God's love goes past all our goofed up belief systems. But anyway, I like to put it out. I like to put what I believe out there, and if somebody likes it, they can take it. If somebody doesn't like it, they can shoot it down. Like some of these young guns out there. Anyway, peace and love out there. But anyway, this morning, that's what I was going to talk about. God's great love for a great multitude of people. That's usually my theme. I'm kind of repeating myself. But they know not what they do, people. These are the know not what they do, people. That they've been brought up in a certain type of society. And you're not going, most of them are going to go into glory, not having all the truth. But here's what I believe. You can see, we don't see what happens to a person while they're lingering between, God is God. He does what he wants to do between this world and the next. They can teach you. You can be taught of God in the twinkling of an eye. Little babies in the womb can be taught of God. Right there in the womb, all the way up to the last second, twinkle of an eye, or whatever you want to call it, moment before they leave this earth. So we can't judge any of these people, their eternal destiny. But we can. What I like to do is we can try to discern our brothers and our sisters in Christ. And usually you don't do that by them saying, well, I believe in Jesus. Some people say, well, that's how you tell. I believe in Jesus. Well, no, that's not the way I tell. The way I can tell it is this. Do they have love? Would you leave your kid with them overnight? Your grandkids, would you leave your grandkids with them overnight? Some of them I wouldn't leave, for any length of time, but I might leave my kid overnight, or my grandkids overnight. With certain people, I sure would. I'd leave them with some of these Baptists down here that I know. Yeah, I'd leave them with them. Because they know not most of them know not what they do, people. They're not, in my view, they're not the devil's foes. Same way with the Methodists, Catholics, dare I say, lots of different people. Not just that, I'm talking about of all different kindred and tongue, brothers and sisters. And that's the way I was thinking this morning. That's a good gauge. Would you leave your grandkids? For me, it's be my grandkids, or your kids. Would you leave them with them overnight? Well, there's lots of folks I'd leave my kids with overnight. Trust them if I had to. I wouldn't want to leave them for any period of time, like I say, because they'd get indoctrinated the wrong way. But, I'd leave them overnight. So that's kind of the way I look at it. But anyway, I don't know what I was doing this morning, just rambling. Kind of wanted to try to sing some more, but I don't know why. But I've had this bad throat, so I haven't been able to do that. I'm gonna have to wait till I get well on that. But still, that's I don't know why I keep wanting to try to play the thing. I ain't hard to play, but I picked the thing up when I was old. These kids can play nowadays. I'm telling you what's true on this internet. But anyway, peace and love from this old boy down here in Alabama. And oh yeah, well, I got to say that I'm planning today is I'm gonna do some more work and get my room ready, right, straightened up, my studio here straightened up, and we're gonna go hunting for my brothers and sisters at Walmart, and those children of grace. I'm going out there looking for them. You're not gonna be looking for a devil under every rock. I'm gonna be looking for God's people out there. I'll tell you how it works, brothers and sisters. Here's how it works. For anybody out there that's listening, that doesn't believe, that thinks I'm a little bit too liberal in my thinking. Here's how it works. You think you're a little bit, you put all these people over there in the devil's crowd, and and start, looking down your nose at them. What happens is you fall into some sin yourself, and then you'll kind of like Nebuchadnezzar, you'll you'll get back on the road again, and then you'll fall into another sin yourself. Then you'll do it again and again and again, and and after a while, you'll think, well, golly, I'm no better than these people that I don't even hold out any hope for to be my brothers and sisters. When actually, brothers and sisters, if it wasn't him, you'd be the chief of sinners too, if he wasn't restraining you. So, brothers and sisters, that's the way it worked with me. I don't know about anybody else. When you look out there upon the world, you think yourself a little bit better than somebody else, or you think you've already arrived and you're a little bit above it. You think that you can keep yourself. Then that's what happens is you end up falling into some sin, and then you're hoping that God is this rich in mercy, God that it talks about in the Bible. And so that's the way it works for me. It worked with me, and he brought me down this whole road of people, and so I'm much more liberal. And when I'm out there thinking on how great is His love and how rich is His mercy, what happens is for me, you think you arrived. If any man think he stand, take heed lest he fall. So that's what I'm saying, brothers. Anybody out there listening to me this morning, what's going to happen if you're on that road? Like I see some of my brethren out there on it, they're going to fall into some sin, and they're going to say, I'm not no better than they are. Then these people that I've been thinking weren't his. Just remember that he did tell this Roman centurion to quit his job. He didn't tell him that. He didn't tell him that, brother and sister. Even though, he didn't tell him that. Well, anyway, I don't know why I said that, but I'm going to put that out there. When you're walking around out there today and you're in your world, look for evidences of love in an individual. Anyway, peace and love from this old boy down here in Alabama.